This is the second cooler from ANTEC that is completely new in their lineup, and we're going to talk about ANTEC's A400i CPU tower cooler that actually resembles to FrigusAir 400 as well, but it's cheaper, first of all, and most important. It's somewhat skinned down, so you don't have the, I would say, plastic top with addressable RGB. You don't have a possibility to adjust addressable RGB, and it's silver, so the heatsink is silver, but we still have 4 heat pipes going down, half copper plate that gets in contact with your IHS. So this is, I would say, a cheaper variant of FrigusAir 400, some quite nice cooling as well. So in terms of everything, when we talk about mounting the A400i to your CPU, specifically LGA 1700, since again we're going to do the same thing as we did with FrigusAir, we're going to actually compare it to a 360 radiator, going to compare it to FrigusAir, and going to get results for this one on 12600K in the exact same build. So this is really cool because now we have 3 comparisons where you could actually decide what is best for you. And do you actually need a 360 radiator for 12600K? Honestly, you don't. So as I stated, it has an LGA 1700 socket compatibility, and that's really cool for those i5s. It can really cool nicely. Now I do prefer the FrigusAir design. First of all, the plastic top cover really looks quite nice, especially with the RGB possibility. Then of course the black here we have a silver one, which is just plain. And this fan, the design reminds us of all the fans that go into Symphony addressable RGB 240 and 360. So they're quite similar, and unfortunately you can't get them individually. So that's something that would be quite cool. Acquire those fans for your case, and you'll have same fans in your whole configuration in your build. For some technical specifications, we have large fin tower, which is basically standard size. So there's additionally, to add to that, 4 pure copper heat pipes going down to the bottom and touching the IHS of your processor. Extended heat pipes for better cooling. So we have 4 of them, and you have Intel and AMD backplate and screws. It attaches to the original backplate of your motherboard. So there's that. Now when we're talking about some real technical specifications, we have PWM RGB LED fan, but this means that you can't adjust the addressable RGB on your fan. You just connect the PWM to your motherboard for your CPU fan, and that's it. You can control the speeds from RPMs with plus minus 10% tolerance. The airflow is 72 CFM, and that's the noise is the same thing as on FrigusAir, so 20 to 36 decibels, and their pressure is 2.1 mm H2O. When we're talking about heat pipes, as already stated, 4 heat pipes, 6 mm diameter, which has aluminum fin, supports all the AMD and Intel sockets, so that's really cool. Basically, those mid-tier processors could really use this CPU cooler compared to the stock one. Now let's check out the build. So basically there you have it, guys, the same build, everything that I did with FrigusAir and the 360. As you can see, the color changes constantly. It's still a cool thing because the colors aren't that not vivid, but you can't see, for instance, true red or true blue or dark green or whatever. They're somewhat lighter, so they can actually, the cooler can actually fit in a nice white build such as this one. Not giving myself compliments, but just saying. So the temperatures, right? The 360, as you remember, had on 12600K 55 degrees Celsius. The FrigusAir 400 had 63 degrees Celsius. And we have here the A400i, which actually has 66 degrees Celsius. Now I do have to mention that outside currently it's steaming hot and its temperatures are just going insane, so I would add 1 or 2 degrees Celsius lower for this one, so I would say 64, because it's really hot outside and temperature inside this room is actually 30 degrees Celsius as well. So last time it was a bit lower, but still it was hot. Now it's the same thing. So I would say that this processor, when we're talking about just the price and the performance, is actually quite great when we're talking about mid-tier processors. And I'm not talking about i7, I'm talking about i5 12600K, such as this one, or 5600X or G, doesn't matter. So yeah, this kind of fits right into that spot, into that certain budget. If you're really aiming at a build for a certain budget, this could do the trick. Or if you're looking actually for something that is more into aesthetics, design, and get those 3 degrees Celsius lower, then I would suggest FrigusAir as well. So guys, it's up to you to decide. And of course, as always, I'll leave the link below for the ANTEC A400i CPU tower cooler, so you can check out the price and all the other specifications if I missed something. Finally, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. As usual, keeps the channel go. And well, I'll see you in another one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.